One all of you please mark your attendance. All of you please mark your attendance. Okay, what we have learned in our previous class? I think we are discussing about mean, median, and mode, or measures of central tendencies, is it? Yes, we have studied about 3 measures of central tendencies: mean, median, and mode. Okay, after that we are discussing about use of bar graphs. Do you know what is a bar graph? Did you heard about graphs or bar graphs?
Yes, miss. Yes.
Yes, miss.
Then what is a bar graph?
ഗ്രാഫ് ബാർ പോലെ
അതിന്റെ ഒരു
Harinand, you are muted.
എങ്ങനെയാ പറയേണ്ടിയിരുന്നില്ല.
Okay, we are just drawing bars, is it? For representing some data. Okay, I'm just showing a bar graph for you. This is an example for a bar graph, is it? Which is the given data here? There is 5 colors: red, green, blue, yellow, and orange. And what's given in our y-axis? Number of students. Is it? It's given as 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and so on. And one more thing, you can see in the top, scale. 1 unit is equal to 10 students. What's mean by the scale? What is the scale here? Do you know what is the scale here? Scale means we are assigning. You can see here that is in between 0 and 10. There are, how many points are in between 0 and 10? 10. There are 10 points. That is, that 10 points are considered as 10 students. That means 1 unit. 1 unit means the distance between 0 and 10. That is the 1 unit. And that is considered as 10 students. And also we know that there are 10 points in between 10 and 20, 20 and 30, 30 and 40, 40 and 50, 50 and 60, and so on. So in each cases, we can say that 1 unit is equal to 10 students. Okay, in each cases, 1 unit is equal to 10 students. This is the scale. This is the scale we have chosen here. 1 unit is equal to 10 students. And in this chapter, we are going to discussing about selection of scales. How will you choose appropriate scales? How will you choose appropriate scales? Is there is any peculiarity or a similarity in choosing scales in every bar graph? Let's check. Okay, you can see the same graph in your textbook page number 69. All of you take your textbook page number 69. You can see the same graph in your textbook. That is example 8. 200 students of 6th and 7th classes were asked to name their favorite color so as to decide upon what should be the color of their school building. What we have to do here? Here, 200 students of 6th and 7th classes were asked to name their favorite color. Okay, then which are the favorite colors chosen by the students? Red, green, blue, yellow, and orange. And what is the number of students corresponding to these colors? How 60. Many students chosen red as their favorite color? There is a table given for you.
45.
43.
Right.
3. bar graph.
Yes.
Bar graph la നോക്കിയത്.
Bar graph la നോക്കിയത്.
You can't get your voice.
ബാർ ഗ്രാഫിലാ നോക്കി പറഞ്ഞത്.
Okay, you can see in your table, there is a given in above the graph. That is favorite color and number of students. Okay, then you can see from the table, 43 students are chosen red as their favorite color. Then how many chosen green as their favorite color?
19.
19.
And what about blue?
55.
55 and yellow 49 and
49.
orange 34.
34.
So there is 2 questions given for you. Answer the following questions with the help of the bar graph. What's our question? We have 2 questions given for us for answering them using our bar graph. Which is the most preferred color and which is the least preferred color? Which is the most preferred color according to our table?
Blue.
Blue.
Okay, then what about least preferred?
Green.
Green.
It is green. This is according to our table. And we have to find this answer from our bar graph, using our bar graph. So first of all, we have to draw the bar graph. Then how will you draw the bar graph? The first step of drawing the bar graph is choosing the scale. Then look at the number of students. The number of students are 43, 19, 55, 49, 34 and so on. Then first of all, we have to look at the values we have to assign in our bar graph. Which are the values we have to assign in our bar graph? 43, 19, 55, 49, 34 and so on. Is it? Is it? Okay. Then according to these numbers, we have to choose our scale. Which is the scale we have chosen here? 1 unit is equal to 10 students.
10.
What is the reason for choosing 1 scale is equal to 10 students? What is the reason for choosing 1 unit is equal to 10 students?
അതിന്റെ ഇടയ്ക്കുള്ള ഓരോ നമ്പർ ഓരോ സ്റ്റുഡൻസ് ആയിട്ട് പറഞ്ഞത്.
While choosing the scale, we have to check it is easy to locate our point. Okay, we have to locate which are the points we have to locate here. 43, 19, 55, 49, 34 and so on. So while choosing the scale, first of all, we have to check the scale is appropriate for locating our points. While we are choosing 5, 10, 20, 25 and so on, the graph will be very huge or very large. Okay, we have to get it the simplified form and easy to locate. That will be our choice. So according to these 2 conditions, the appropriate scale is 1 unit is equal to 10 students. So we know that in between 10 and 0, there are 10 points or 10 divisions and 1 unit is equal to 10 students. Okay. Is it clear? If you have any doubt, you can ask now.
No doubt, miss.
Okay, what about others?
No doubt, miss.
Okay. Then using we have drawn, I think you have studied the drawings of bar graphs in your previous class, is it? Do you know how to draw a bar graph?
Yes, miss.
Okay, that's fine. Then what's the second question? How many colors are there in all? What are they? How many colors are there?
5.
5 colors. What are they?
5. Red, green, blue, yellow, orange.
Red, green, blue, yellow and orange. This is all you are familiar about bar graphs or simple bar graphs. Is it? And one more example given for you. Example 9. Following data gives total marks out of 600 obtained by 6 children of a particular class. Represent the data on a bar graph. How will you represent this data on a bar graph?
0 തുടങ്ങി 0 കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് 100 എഴുതും 100 into 200 എഴുതും 200 into 300 അങ്ങനെ 100
Okay. Then what should be the scale? 1 unit is equal to 100 marks.
100 student 100 marks.
100 marks. We have only 6 students given for us. So we have to choose the students in our x-axis or in the horizontal or in the vertex, or in the y-axis. We have to choose the marks of students or mark out of 600. That is, one scale is equal to, or one scale is equal to 1 unit is considered as 100 marks. You can see the
100 marks.
graph in your textbook, page number 70. The graph is given for you. Students Ajay and so on are represented in the horizontally and vertically. Their marks are assigned. Then who has the we have 2 questions given for us. Okay, we have represented our data in the bar graph. Then who has the highest score?
Heidi.
Hari have the highest score. And what about the lowest score? Who has the lowest score?
Deepti.
Okay, these we have the smallest or the smallest score. Okay, I think you are all familiar with the drawing of or the representation of data on a bar graph. This is you have studied in your previous classes. And now we are going to draw or construct double bar graphs. What do you mean by a double bar graph?
രണ്ട് ഡാറ്റ ഉണ്ടാവും.
There must be 2 data, is it? And we have to represent both these data in a single bar graph. That is called double bar graph. There must be 2 data given for us. For example, you can see in your page, textbook page number 70. There is a data given for you. That is average hours of sunshine of 2 cities. Is it? This is the data of average hours of sunshine in 2 cities. And we have to represent this data into a bar graph. Here, how many data is given for us? There are 2 data. That is, average sunshine of 2 cities are given for us for an year. Then, how will you draw this data into a bar graph? First of all, we have to choose the scale, is it? First of all, we have to choose the scale. Then, which is the appropriate scale here? Which data we have to represent horizontally? Which we have to represent horizontally? We have to represent horizontally the names of the months, is it? We can represent months horizontally. That's because in both the data, what is the common thing? In both the data, what is the common thing? Average hours of sunshine. That's the common thing. And we have listed the average hours of sunshine in each month of an year. Okay, so we have to compare the average hours of sunshine of each month. So that's why we are going to draw a bar graph of this given data. And for drawing that bar graph, first of all, we have to choose the names of our months horizontally. Is it clear? You can see the same data in your textbook, page number 70. So first of all, what we have to do here? First of all, we have to draw a horizontal axis and a vertical axis. Is it? We have drawn a horizontal axis and a vertical axis. Okay, then after that, what we have to do? First of all, we have to mark the names of our months. Which are the names of our months here? I'm just
January.
January to December.
and so on, is it? January, February, March, April, May, and so on. These are the names of our months. We have to mark all of the months. Here I am just marking only 5 months. That is January, February, March, April, and May. Okay, then which is the value here? This should be 0. This value should be 0. And after that, we have to choose the scale. Which is the appropriate scale we have to choose here. Look at the values. That is the average hours of sunshine. 2, 3 by 4, 4, 4, 7, 3 by 4, 8, 7, 1 by 2, 7, 6, 1 by 4, 6, 4, 2, and so on. Then which would be the appropriate scale here?
2.
Which would be the appropriate scale here?
1 തുടങ്ങി
1, 2, 3 is the appropriate scale here. And you can see in your textbook page number 71, 1 unit is chosen as 1 hour of sunshine. 1 unit is chosen as 1 hour of sunshine. So 1, 2, 3, etc. means 1 hour. One scale is equal to 1 hour. So first of all, we can write here scale. Scale. What's our scale here? 1 unit is equal to
1 hour.
1 hour. So we have chosen 1 unit is equal to 1 hour. So first of all, we have to represent what we have to represent here. First of all, we have to represent the data here. So 1 unit is chosen as 1 hour. That's why we can write 1 here. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. But you can see in your textbook only 2, 4, 6, 8 are represented. 1, 3, 5 are not represented in your textbook. Don't worry. It's only just a representation. Okay. You can see there is divisions given for us. That is, one scale is 1 unit. The scale is also marked there. You can see the marking of our scale. That is, we can mark our scale like this. These should be of equal length. Is it? While you are drawing in your notebook, you must draw it as an equal distance. All these divisions should be equal length. Okay. So we have drawn what we have drawn here. A horizontal axis and a vertical axis. In our horizontal axis, we have represented the names of our months. And what about our vertical axis? We have represented the hour of sunshine, hours of sunshine. Okay, then look at your first data. What is in our first city? What is the average hour of sunshine in January? In our first city,
2.
it is 2 hours.
2.
Okay, then here we are drawing the double bar graph. So that here is also, first of all, we have to mark divisions. I'm just marking divisions here. This must be of equal length. Okay, then for the month of January, we know that what is the length of, what is the average hour of sunshine? That is 2 hours. So, in first case, we have to draw a bar graph like this. That must be starting with, or that have a length of 2. What about our second country or second city. That is one
One.
and half. What is the value of the fraction 1 by 2?
1.5.
What is it? 1 by 2? What is it? 1
1
by 2?
1 2 ഇടക്ക്
1 ന്റെ 2 ന്റെ ഇടയ്ക്ക്.
2 ഇടക്ക്.
It should be 1 and half. We have to choose a 1 and we have to choose a middle point of in between 2 and 1. Is it? So, I am just drawing by starting with here, that is, this must be like this. Okay, for the month of January, what is the represented in violet color and in blue color? So first of all, we have to mark what is we are representing. Okay. Then what is the blue color indicates? Which city blue color indicates? Which is city?
Aberdeen.
Aberdeen.
So first of all, we have to write the name of our city here. Okay, this is according to blue, and what about violet? I am just writing the name of violet here. Okay, so from this graph, we can easily identify the average hours of sunshine of both these two cities for the month January. Okay. Is it clear? The representation of average hours of sunshine of both the two cities for the month January. Similarly, we can draw the graph of this average sunshine for the month February. What about the first city? What about the first city for the month of February? It is 3 1 by 4. What should be the point 3 1 by 4?
2 3 എടുക്ക്.
3 1 by 4. It's in between 3 and 4. Is it? It should be in between 3 and 4. And we can mark the point like this. That is, it may be about here. So we can draw it as like this. So after that, what about the second city? What about the second city? The average hours of sunshine is 3 hours. The average hour is 3 hours. So we can draw according to 3. Okay, this is according to the value of 3. That is, we have represented the average hours of sunshine of both the cities for the month of February. Similarly, what about March? What is the value of first city or the average sunshine of first city? 4. It is 4. So we can represent it according to the value of 4. We can draw a bar graph here or a bar here. And what about our second city? What about our second city?
3 1 by 2.
It is
3 1 by 2.
by 2. Then what should be the point 3 1 by 2 in our vertical axis? What should be the point 3 1 by 2?
3
And the mid of
3
3 and
1
4.
by 2 may be the middle point of
3 and 4.
3 and 4. So we have, first of all, we have to locate the middle point of 3 and 4. That should be of here. So 3 and 4. The middle point may be of like here. That is 3 1 by 4. So according to our middle point, we can draw our bar graph. Okay, this is the double bar corresponding to the average hours of sunshine in our both cities for the month March. And what about April? What is the average sunshine of our first city?
4.
6.
It is again
4.
4. It is again 4. So we have to draw again a bar corresponding to 4 here. And what about our second city?
6.
It is 6.
6.
So we can locate 6. How will you locate 6? 6 is about here and we can draw a graph like here. Okay, by your drawing, please choose our width of each graph are same. Here it is not same, but you have to draw it as the same width. Okay, each bar should be of equal width. Okay, this is the graph of the average hours of sunshine for the month April. Then what about May? What about May? What about May?
7 3 by 4.
It should be 7
3 by
3
4.
by 4. Where should we locate 7 3 by 4? Then maybe in between 7 and 8.
7 and 8.
Only 6 here. I am just extending this line. Okay, then we can mark 7 here. We can mark 7 here and 8 is above 7. Then 7 3 by 4 means in between 7 and 8. Is it? 7 3 by 4 may be of in between 7 and 8. So we can locate that point maybe of like here. That is, according to that, we can draw a bar like this. Is it? Is it? Okay. Then what about the second city? What about the second city? It is 5 1 by 2. Then what is
5 1
the
by
point 5 1 by 2? The middle point of 5 and 6.
5 and
It should be the middle point of 5 and 6. So locating the middle point of 5 and 6, we can draw a bar like this. We can draw a bar like this. Okay. Is it clear the drawing of double bars or double bar graph? It's same as our simple bar graph. There is a single difference between them is only that we have to choose two data here and we have to represent both these two data in a single graph. Here, which are the two data given for us? The average sunshine of two cities are given for us. In our previous classes, we have represented an average sunshine of a single city. But in this case, we have given what we have given here? The average sunshine of two cities. And like this, we have to represent the data in a single graph. And at last, you can see The graph may be of like in page number 71. You can see in your textbook page number 71. The complete graph should be like this. Look at the graph given in your page number 71.
മല പോലെയുണ്ട്.
Yes?
മല പോലെയുണ്ട്.
Yes, it's very beautiful. And before your next class, that is in our 8:30 class, you have to draw it in your rough book. Don't copy the figure. First of all, you have to draw the table in a rough book, and according to our table, you just have to draw the graph. Don't try to copy it. Practice how the graph is drawing, and after that we have a question given for us, that is example 10 and exercise 3.3. We have to draw plenty of double bar graphs that we are going to discuss in our next class, and after that we have only a single or small section, that is probability, and that's enough in our third chapter. Okay, so we have to complete our third chapter today by today itself. So before your next class, you should draw the graph, that is figure 3.1. Don't try to copy it. You just draw our table in first. That's the average hours of sunshine in your rough book. And after that, you have to draw the bar graph. Okay. Latecomers, please mark your attendance. Okay, after that, there is an example 10 given for you. That is the example. What is it? Example 10. A mathematics teacher wants to see whether the new technique of teaching she applied after quarterly test was effective or not. She takes the scores of 5 weakest children in the quarterly test out of 25 and in the half yearly test out of 25. What we have given here? The marks of 5 students in quarterly exam and half yearly test. Quarterly test and half yearly test. And we have to represent these data into a, double bar graph. How will you represent this data into a double bar graph? First of all, as usual, we have to draw a vertical axis and a horizontal axis. Which is the data we have to represent in our horizontal axis?
The name of the students.
Name of our students. Then what about the vertical axis? It should be the marks.
Marks.
Okay, first of all, we have to represent the names here. That is Ashish, Ashish. All of you, please mute yourself. Arun,
Ashish. हर लेसन में
all of you,
आशीष
please
नाम
mute yourself.
बोलो भैया का नाम आशीष
If you have any doubt, you can ask now. Otherwise, you can mute yourself.
भैया
Okay, just a second. Okay. So we have represented the names of our students in our horizontal axis, and we know that as usual this is the point 0. And what about our vertical axis? The vertical axis may represent the marks of our student. Then what is our appropriate scale we have to choose here? Which are the marks? 10, 15, 12, 29, 15, 80, 16, 21, and 15. Then which is our appropriate scale we have to choose here?
0, 5, 10, 15,
0,
20.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, etc. So scale means 1 unit is equal to, what should be our 1 unit?
5
Mark.
marks.
It should be
5
5 marks.
5 marks.
1 unit is equal to 5 marks. This is our scale here. So according to the scale, we have to represent our data in our vertical axis. So we have to represent it like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and so on.
25 very low.
Okay, and so on. So first of all, we have to look the quarterly examination. So we are just representing the quarterly examination in red color. So we are just choosing here or blue color as the quarterly examination. I'm just writing Q here for representing quarterly examination. And in red color, we are going to represent the marking. We are going to represent the marking half yearly examination. So I am just representing it as H. Okay, you can identify quarterly examination and half yearly examination. And first of all, what about quarterly examination? What's the mark of Ashish? What is the mark of Ashish? What is it?
10.
It is 10. So we can have only 1 more minute remaining. Yes.
മിസ്
Yes.
ഞാനിപ്പോ ക്ലാസ് കയറിയത് ഇവിടെ നെറ്റ് ഉണ്ടായിട്ടില്ല.
Okay. First of all, we have to draw the graph according to Ashish. What is the value of the mark obtained by Ashish in a half yearly or quarterly examination?
15.
It is 10. Quarterly examination is 10. So first of all, you can draw a graph like this. That is, the value is 10. And what about in half yearly examination? It is 15.
15.
So we can draw it as like this. It's all about Ashish. Then what about Arun?